What's going on, guys? Gilly Deltrez here. Want to talk about Sonic the movie. I gotta get the disclaimer out of the way, right? I'm a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I grew up on the Sega Genesis console when I was a kid, and I played it to death. And it holds a very special place in my heart. And a lot of times when you have these video game to movie releases, it's like you're going to be disappointed. It's almost like it's hard to even get kind of excited. It's almost like don't get too excited, right? So as long as you go into Sonic, just at least hoping it won't be the Super Mario Bros. Movie, you're good. The movie is pretty decent. Okay, I'm just going to say that as far as it's fun. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta understand. It's playing towards the audience. It's not pandering in any way. But it kind of knows its audience. I mean, I think when that redesign came out, they kind of knew with the backlash and how fans are so vocal, taking it to the internet. It's like, we're gonna have to really change this and really stay true to the source material, and not try to humanize it or kind of like make it more human looking because to justify how Sonic got on Earth. Or it's just like no, you had it, and then they retooled the design. They brought him back to the Sonic we know, and that's a great start. So right off the top, I'm just gonna get right into the movie again. Plot wise, again, you just gotta keep those expectations down as far as a plot that makes sense. Because, again, if you want to poke holes to it, you definitely can. But I'm a fan of Sonic, and, I didn't go in trying to destroy the movie. I went in trying to, just see what they brought. Now, I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed what I saw. Ben Schwartz doing the voice of Sonic brings the character to life. He makes him real. I think that's one of the pluses this movie has going on for it. Another thing I enjoyed was, there were quite a few video game references in there. First level in original Sonic is Green Hill Zone, so they made a reference. In Green Hill is a town that he's hanging out in, and kind of like how he comes to Earth, I think was kind of cool. They kind of go through everything pretty quick, no pun intended. I know Sonic is fast, but they kind of just get right to the point. It's almost like they know, listen, we're not going to spend too much time and kind of justifying how he gets to Earth. It's like, listen, we know we're dealing with a video game movie, and we're going to throw some references in there. They have this big owl that I don't know who the hell is, and I figure, they probably could have picked a better character or could have picked a better animal, but an owl's an owl. Don't get too attached. Because she sacrifices herself to get Sonic out of there, and using the rings. I like the idea of the rings. I like, they use it as like a teleportation device, not like so much invulnerability, because again, if you play the video games, as long as you have one ring, you're never going to die. So you get hit with it, you just have that one ring, make sure you get it. The references are there, and he kind of, gets thrown into Earth because, again, he has a power, right? So we kind of got like a superhero trope. He got to, be careful with his power. He can't show it out. He has to kind of stay quiet. And of course, Sonic is Sonic. He's a child. He's doing loop-de-loops. He's running all over the place. The bad guys kind of get him. And I feel kind of like if the movies are really well, they're received well, they make, the decent amount of money, which I'm sure they can, because again, there's something here for the fans like me that's, we're going on to our mid-late 30s, and we grew up on Sonic, and we're kind of like, we're piggybacking on that nostalgia, and at the same time, we could bring our kids, or we can introduce our kids into what we, grew up. So you kind of want to handle this well, and I feel if the movies are done well, that you could kind of have a movie where we go back to like Sonic's origins, or we kind of could explore more about, his little island that so abruptly he needs to leave. And he just basically lives on Earth kind of like in solitude, because he can't, he has nobody. He if he's seen, he's an alien. They kind of play that kind of well. There's like the family aspect of it, friendship. He kind of wants to be, wants to have a friend. And I think James Marsden here, I think his casting was a safe choice. And I think that it worked. I mean, I think him and Sonic, they had kind of a little chemistry going on. It wasn't stale. It was fun. It kind of had like this buddy cop thing. Again, the plot, right? It's almost like Sonic could go everywhere. Somehow Sonic a bag of rings, gets teleported to San Francisco inadvertently, and he has to go to San Francisco and get it. Thing is, he don't know how to get it, but he's been running all over the place. He's ran like down here and back to the Pacific Ocean and back. Like he can get around. You know, could Sonic go get a map and kind of like find his way to San Francisco? Yeah, of course. He decides to tag along with Marsden as they're going to drive to San Francisco. And I think they're playing the friendship angle here where, you know, Sonic could do this on his own. And time is definitely of the essence because, again, Dr. Robotnik has entered the picture. You know, when Sonic set off this crazy chain reaction and that took out the power, Dr. Robotnik is some sort of contingency plan when you can't figure anything out, you know, call Dr. Robotnik. And this is for me like a real gem to the movie is Jim Carrey. I think Jim Carrey, I grew up in the 90s, 80s, and a lot of the 90s was a big place in my heart. And I must have saw Ace Ventura to death. I can literally quote that movie. If it's ever playing, I can just go right and just go word for word and just spew whatever line's coming out. It's a gift that came from watching that VHS over and over and over and over again. So I think there's a real joy to behold Jim Carrey in acting in a movie that he enjoys. He enjoys being Dr. Robotnik. He enjoys the source material. He's hamming it up. And he's belittling people. He's torching their spirits. And he's just, oh man, he does it in a way that's true Jim Carrey, but it doesn't rob anything. Like it's like, it's Jim Carrey, but at the same time, it's just you're admiring him in this role, this like kind of mad scientist role. Anyway, it's the movie, that's its charm, and Jim Carrey adds to it. And again, like I said, there's a lot of video game references. There's one kingdom that's literally a mushroom kingdom. Mario, hello, Luigi, hello, Princess Peach. They're dropping in references there. Would it be amazing to see some type of Nintendo Sega movie crossover? I would go crazy for that. It would just do well. But again, it's a movie that you're not going to be blown away, but you're going to, appreciate that they did take their time to give you something that was wholehearted, something that was wholesome for the family, something that was fun for fans. And again, don't go in with super duper high expectations because the plot is about as thick as what tissue paper. So as long as you go as a Sonic fan, you're pretty much going to like what you see. Overall, if I would have to rate this from a 1 to 10, and this coming out from a biased Sonic the Hedgehog fan, I would give it a 7.5 because it was solid in what it did. And it just brought you to a good place. It created some laughs, and it was good fun for, the entire family. My 2-year-old son, he literally says Sonic. He knows the tunes. He hears the music. Sega, dun, 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 dun. He's already picking up on that because I'm showing him that. So definitely I'm looking forward to seeing Sonic again, especially with my son. And there's definitely looking like a sequel is going to be in play. Spoiler alert. Definitely stay because there's like a post-credit scene. We got, we know Robotnik's out there, but we get a glimpse of Tails, Sonic's partner. His little partner in crime. He in Sonic 2, we met Tails. He had the fox, he got the dual-tailed fox, and he could spin like a helicopter, and he goes real fast as well. So it's cool, I'm just saying, it's like I'm happy. I think, when we get movies like this and there's, and it's just about, fun and creating a good story as far as, with a good message about family and friends and, you're doing the best you can for them. I think it's great. With that being said, I enjoyed the movie. If you enjoy Sonic in any way, shape, or form, it's definitely worth a watch. If you're a fan, you're going to love it. Anyway, guys, this is my channel. I'm back. I'm going to be talking more about, movies that I'm watching, video game stuff that I'm playing. Definitely like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow and helps me with my brand. I also write comics. I got Galactic Rodents of Mayhem. You can Google that on Indiegogo. I'll drop a link in the description. I also got The Deep Dark. That's also on Indiegogo. That's going to be wrapping up soon. And I also have The Deep Dark on Kickstarter. 11 days to go. So anyway, guys, thank you so much, and enjoy Sonic. it's a decent, fun, heck of a ride for guys and gals that grew up in the '90s and enjoy their video game culture. Anyway, guys, till next time, later.